And Richard never likes this. We only talk about sunshine around here, Richard,
that's right?
Yeah,
That's what we should.
Yeah.
That's what we should do, absolutely.
Absolutely. Nothing but sunshine and clear skies and none of that white stuff. But
you had a couple of good days down here, basketball yesterday, hockey today. Just routine, right?
Very busy routine days. It's a lot of work when it comes right down to we have to get all that information from a lot of schools and a lot of ADs, and takes some work, but it's gone very well. The hockey has gone very, very well. I can speak very highly of that.
Yeah.
I've had a really pleasing seating when all the information comes in, because there's so much. You guys know, you guys collect so much information daily. Right. So we have to make sure all the information, all the records are right, and then we try to put it all together.
Yeah, and bringing some technology into the room, having the intern there with the laptop and the big screen up, so that's you know, I've been at it 9 years, and I know a couple of years now with you on hand, but it's always a great step in the right direction. It just makes things a little more seamless, right?
It really does. And I was thinking as I was doing the seating process today for the 1A, over the years, now we've done I think 27 of them now, there was points in the seating before where there was always a lot of questions and discussion at the committee level, which we have good discussion in the 1A seating. But there's so much information available to these people now. It's a very different process.
Right.
So 10 years ago, we would have the coaches present their slate and why they put their slate of teams, right? And then we'd have an observer speak and a couple other people speak, and then someone would recommend a team. They'd say name of a team. That's how the process goes. And then there'd be a lot of discussion about the team getting information. Who did they beat? Who were their wins and all this stuff. I think what we're seeing now is that the 7 members that sit in the committee, they don't ask a ton of questions because there's so much information at their fingertips.
They already know.
They already know.
Yeah.
So they don't need to ask, I thought that they tied these 5 teams, or I thought that there was a good run against this team.
Right.
They already know because the data's there. So it's kind of an interesting phenomenon. And as I sat through it the past couple of years, I'm like, it's like really quiet. I'm like, no questions? Like, we're all good.
Right.
But I know they have the information.
Right.
So it's good. So I say that because you guys are a real big part of that. The information that MyHockeyLive is doing for us, and that has accessible to all these people deciding, all the coaches committee members.
Well, we hope they're using it.
Oh, I know they are. I know they are using it. You are right. They're definitely using it. So that information is critical. It really is critical to make these decisions.
Oh, it's great, and we're always excited to be a part of it, as you know. And this is we started off the broadcast here talking about the new relationship with the NFHS and the MIAA, and how we'll be plugging directly into the NFHS TV network this year to bring as much tournament coverage as we can leading up to the Garden, of course, and things like that, and doing a show like this for the first time that you and I had spoken about over the years, and excited to be a part of that, and think it's a great opportunity for, you know, the hockey players, as Coach was a Coach Concession's team was back home watching us live, and
a show party going.
A show party going, a selection show party.
A lot of teams have that.
So
but I mean, that adds to the transparency, which is always, I mean, you know, having worked with you guys over the last few years, my mind has been opened up wide that so much gets put out there about the MIAA, because the millions of good things that get done don't get magnified, and the one bad thing that happens, not anybody's fault, but just by circumstance, gets blown out of proportion often. And so it's great that transparency, where we're here and we're saying the meeting is here, now this meeting's going there, and this is how the process works. And I give Jim Clark a lot of credit for that over the years, especially with hockey. But that's got to benefit you guys in terms of PR and then acceptability. Not that you need that, but it's a better relationship among the thousands of kids playing sports, and coaches and parents, and, you know, this big place in Franklin, and everybody says, oh my God, what's going on there?
Well, I agree with you. Just speaking about hockey, there's so many things that we do for the hockey players. You know, first of all, we have to respect that the sport of hockey in Massachusetts is profoundly effective across the country. There are more hockey players in the state of Massachusetts playing high school hockey than any other state in the country. Right. We are always neck and neck with Minnesota.
Right.
I think a couple of years ago, Minnesota had 50 more than us, and this year, when I saw the numbers, we have 150 more. So just the efforts of the association to do these great things for 9,000 plus hockey players in the state is huge. And we really try to do that each and every day. Finding the venues, finding the right place for these kids to skate, making these arrangements a year in advance. And you're right, there are challenges that come up every once in a while, and difficult problems, and that appear very difficult from the MIA perspective, and something happens with an individual.
Sure.
But that's one individual of many, many, many thousands of individuals that are either going to go through the ticket turnstiles just to see a great great game, or to support their kids, or just the players to get on the ice. So there's a lot of great things we're trying to do, and I always work here at the office beyond hockey, and there's many other things we do in educational athletics that people don't understand. Sportsmanship, we're going to do a sportsmanship award, the Jim Malloy Awards, the Jim Malloy Award at our state finals.
That's great.
We have 4 or 5 teams every single year that we recognize on the ice for their sportsmanship throughout the year. So we really try to spread that word.
Yeah, no, and you know, I've been fortunate to be a part of it, you know, with Bill previously, and now yourself, and working on the student services brochures and all the other things that you guys do, the student ambassador programs, etc. So yeah, there's so much more that happens behind the scenes, and as Paul said, you know, people just think of it as an office space down in Franklin or whatever, and don't realize all of the dynamics behind it that we get to see, you know, firsthand on a regular basis. But you know, we appreciate it, and you know, being the NFHS TV network kind of new to the mix, and having covered some of the championship games around the state, and now widening that coverage. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit more about the MIA's involvement with the NFHS and what that means for the association as a whole?
Yeah, well, we're very proud to now, and I think our 3rd year, now with the Federation Network. The National Federation embarked on this network for high school sports. And across the country, as you can imagine, with 7.5 million student athletes across the country, this opportunity to kind of bring into one platform in one area in one location all the excitement for high school sports was really the intent of the National Federation. So they put a great board of directors together to develop this whole network and get the partnerships. I even think, if I'm correct, they got the partnership of Under Armour. The Federation Network is partnered with Under Armour for the first time just this past year. So we're really trying to bring high school sports to the fore, and we're very fortunate that you jumped on board with us for this too, because your accessibility to hockey and your reach to the hockey coaches and everyone is really quite known in the state. So I think this partnership is going to be great. And we have the Federation Network across all of our sports. Some sports are a little more challenging than others to cover, so we're dealing with that. So it's no discredit to golf, but golf is on 18 holes, and so
I'll cover that.
Well, I think we all would. I'm an avid golfer myself, but
I saw it firsthand.
So finding the coverage to cover golf is always a little bit of a challenge. Covering cross country is a little different challenge too, because you can't be on the course. So there are challenges with the network, but still it's a great platform and an opportunity. And I think if people would check the network out, they'll find it's very reasonable too. A yearly pass is, I mean, it's nothing.
The
really.
Monthly pass is a great deal. I was out here, I said, we're not an infomercial today, but I said, get on now, starting with the games Monday night, which are 2 terrific games. And if you buy it for the month, it's way more economical, and it goes right through the 20th, and you get all those games. I mean, a lot of people buy it just for that day.
I would agree, and certainly from an individual perspective, they can get on the network in a very reasonable manner, right? But then the overall picture, at the end of the year, when it's all said and done, the network opportunity and contract with the association to make sport come live to parents and kids, and to support all the other things we do, by the way. You know, this is a whole network opportunity with the association to support everything we do for students. It's really great. So, you know, certainly I would want to say to people, if it's something they're thinking about and attracted to do, it's a great opportunity to see and follow, but it's also a great opportunity to support the whole network and the association concept, because that's what goes out to all students. You know, we talk about all the educational athletic things we do. You know, hockey and basketball and football are 3 of our biggest sports, but those 3 sports make cross country and swimming and gymnastics happen for us. So it's a great partnership kind of all together.
And we know hockey's a big deal, and obviously we've been involved with the program for 9 years and in and around the rinks, as Paul will tell you, and now you've got this first annual Legends event to talk about, which is pretty exciting stuff, coming up in June, on June 16th, and we'll be in the MIA program for those that are going to be in and around the rinks purchasing a program, we hope, right? But the Gillette Stadium Putnam Club, talk about this, Richard. It's a great opportunity.
We would love some people to jump on board with this. We began about 3 years ago an endowment program. And the endowment program is going to sit separately from the association daily operations. And this endowment is to build a fund that sits separately from the association and funds all the educational things that we do. And whether that means that it funds people attending conferences, bringing special guest speakers in for that message to our kids, that's what it does. Whatever those things, that's just two things I mentioned, but it's many, many things. So we're really trying to get this endowment program off the mark. We had a great endowment golf tournament last year, which was very fun. I had a very good time.
Watch you carry the trophy off the course, but that's all right.
and many people participated. And now we're offering this Legends Night. So on June 16th, we're going to offer, and you can find it on our website, there is an endowment link on the left side of the MIA website. They can click on the endowment. So you can click right there and find us some information. But we're going to honor these 6 legends. And the baseline goal of the Legends Night is to recognize those athletes that participated in interscholastic athletics in the state of Massachusetts as the legends of the game. So I think we're going back all the way back to Joe Bellino and Harry Ganis, right? And all the way forward here. I think the most recent one is probably, well, Dana, Rebecca. They're all probably in the same generation. Tom Glavin is going to be there as well, and Doug Flutie. Yeah,
so just again, class act people too. So that speaks a lot to the association and the MIA and high school athletics and sports and participation. But so anybody can attend that event?
Anyone can attend the event. We hope people could come and attend and be a part of this presentation to these legends, the first one of it. The ticket proceeds are going toward the endowment. It's not going toward the MIA operations, it's going toward this endowment fund directly. And then this endowment fund, hopefully developed over the next whatever years, will kind of take all of these educational athletics initiatives that we do and keep them flowing and cycling through to students and give access to kids.
It's an idea that makes sense.
It really does. Yeah. It really does. Our National Federation has an endowment program. So the National Federation of High Schools has an endowment program at the national level, and that helps supports the things that the Federation is doing, but also each individual state. So the Federation sits above us all, helps support the state functions for things that we do, like student leaderships, seminars, and then this will help fund everything in the state as well.
It's great. I didn't know anything about it. That's great.
It's a great idea. It really is a great idea, and again, the proceeds all are going to students.
Yeah, I mean, just being at Gillette Stadium in the Putnam Club is worth attending, right?
I'd say so too.
Thursday, June 16th, and Tom Glavin, Rebecca Lobo, Doug Flutie, Harry Aganis, Joe Bellino, Dana Barros, all being inducted. So, again, a great night, great opportunity for folks not only to see some of the legends that have come through the MIA, but also see some of the inner workings and meet some of the other folks from the MIA, Richard.
It's going to be great.
And Tom Glavin was a hockey player.
Yeah.
You got a baseball picture on there, but he was a hockey player.
Yeah, he was hockey too.
Billerica High, right?
That's right.
It's going to be nice to have them. And again, these are all, hopefully, athletes. We're going to be able to keep this going with athletes from our state that grew up in our schools, in our association member schools. Great.
Well, Richard, we appreciate all that you do. We appreciate you allowing us to come down here and live stream Selection Saturday, and in the excitement around it. I mean, we've had coaches and writers and executive directors and whatnot. So it's been a fun day for us, and appreciate it. And we'll see you Monday night, I'm sure.
It's a great day. I'll probably see you Monday night. It's been a great day for us too. So thank you.
Appreciate it, Richard.
Thank you all. Thanks.
Good seeing you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks.
So that is Richard Pearson. I think we've got 2 more key interviewees.